This week's May news. Sumgayit Court refuses to recognize youth activists' right. Police detain 4 more youth activists. International Conference, Broadcasting Freedom in Azerbaijan, the Need for Reform. Nemat Panakhlı's relatives' phones have been tapped. Fatullayev sues General Prosecutor. Democratic reforms lead to development, says U.S. Ambassador. New film on Khojaly massacre.
On February 22nd, Sumgayit City Court heard the next stage of the lawsuit against the police officers accused of violating protocol during the arrest and interrogation of the Azerbaijan Popular Front Party youth member Jabar Savalanlı, who has been charged with drug possession. Judge Elman Mamadov presided over the hearing. Savalanlı's lawyers, Anar Gasimov and Ashbalı Mustafayev, were present at the closed hearing. Jabar Savalanlı was arrested on February 5th in front of his apartment building. He is being charged with possession of narcotics. The Sumgayit District Court sentenced him to 2 months of pretrial detention. During his initial arrest, he was beaten and his preliminary testimony was taken without a lawyer being present. Local human rights organizations and youth organizations believe that the arrest was political and that Savalanlı is being punished for his criticism of the ruling regime.
Today, on February 24th, an international conference titled Broadcasting Freedom in Azerbaijan, the Need for Reform was held within the Framework for Airwaves project implemented by IRFS and the Media Rights Institute. Head of European Union delegation to Azerbaijan, Roland Kobi, noted that democracy and freedom of expression issues are fundamental values and underlie the relations between European Union and Azerbaijan. OSCE Baku office representative Jacqueline Carpenter spoke about the importance of the broadcasting freedom. IRFS head Emin Huseinov informed that the project implementation lasted 22 months. According to him, though the main donor was the European Commission, the next phase of the project received financial support. OSCE Baku Office, National Endowment to Democracy, Council of Europe and German Marshall Fund. The opening speeches were followed with the themes. First theme was moderated by IREX Azerbaijan representative Angela Nikwara. IREX Azerbaijan expert Elesker Mehmedi focused on radio broadcasting and messenger problems in Azerbaijan within past 2 years. Then Media Rights Institute Director Rashid Hacılı spoke about TV and radio broadcasting legislation, problems and solutions. IRFS representative project coordinator Rasul Jafarov spoke about the results of the monitoring. In TV channels, President, government and New Azerbaijan Party received broader and positive coverage, Jafarov said. The second theme was moderated by Media Monitoring Institute representative Samir Ismailov. On the theme, speakers were MEMO 1908 representative Ivan Godarsky, Belarus-based Belsat TV Minskov's head Mikhail Yanchuk, and IRFS head Emin Huseinov. The last theme, titled Sustainability and the Importance of Railway Airwaves Project, was moderated by Azadlık newspaper correspondent Rovshan Hacıbaylı. IRFS representative Idraki Abbasov, IRFS representative Tunakçıvan Elman Abbasov, and Media Rights Institute representative Khalid Agariyev spoke on this theme. Of the invited TV channels, governmental agencies and parliamentarians, only representatives from Public TV, Communication and Information Technology Ministry, Culture and Tourism Ministry, and Member of Parliament Kudret Asenguliyev attended the conference.
Today, a press conference was held at the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety Press Center on the harassment against imprisoned Azerbaijan National Statehood Party chairman Nemat Panaklı and his family. According to Samad Panaklı, Nemat Panaklı's brother, the party head has not been allowed to meet his family since the day he was arrested. He says that he appealed to the Nasimi District Police Office investigator, requesting to meet with his brother because of the problems in his health. Refused a response, Panaklı faced rude language from the investigator. Now he's concerned that their phones are being tapped. Human Rights Club representative and rights defender Rasul Jafarov stated that the phone conversation could only have been listened to if there were a court warrant. However, he believes that listening to phone conversations of the relatives of persons accused of hooliganism could not be sanctioned by the court. Another Human Rights Club member, Idrak Abbasov, says that listening to Panaklı's phone conversations is illegal and that illegally obtained information cannot be used as evidence in court.
The United States supports the expansion of economic relations with Azerbaijan, announced the U.S. Ambassador to Azerbaijan, Matthew Breiser. The Chamber of Commerce is meeting with local companies in Baku to discuss cooperation in other areas besides the energy sector, Bryza told journalists today. The main aim is to discuss what is required to ensure that every Azerbaijani citizen benefits from this country's rapid development, said Bryza. In response to questions about how the recent revolutions in the Middle East and North Africa might affect Azerbaijan's democratic development, Bryza said that he could not comment on the developments in other regions. He pointed out that long-term stability can only be achieved through democratic reforms.
The Turkish embassy in Azerbaijan presented the film Kocaeli Genocide. It's high time to learn the truth, produced by the Baku office of the Turkish state television. It was shown today on TRT television channel. The film is about the capture of the Azerbaijani town of Kocaeli in Nagorno-Karabakh by Armenians supported by the former Soviet army on the night of February 25, 1992, during which there were mass killings of civilians. The film includes documentary video evidence of crimes against civilians. It is time for the international community to learn the truth about the Kocaeli tragedy, said the Turkish ambassador Hulusi Kilic. The director of the film is Naila Akperova, and the cameraman is Vugar Ibadov. On the night of February 25, 1992, Armenian armed forces, supported by the 366th Regiment of the Soviet Army, captured the town of Kocaeli in Nagorno-Karabakh. 613 civilians were killed, including 106 women, 63 children, and 70 elderly. 1,000 people were injured, and 1,275 civilians were taken hostage. The fate of 500 of them remains unknown.